All right, guys, welcome to the last week that we're going to be going over new material. This is our last lesson about the cosmic calendar. The remaining weeks are going to be used for making up work. I'll get into details about that next week. But this is our last lesson. Go ahead and fill out your Cornell notebook with this information. We're talking about the cosmic calendar. So what is the cosmic calendar? What do I mean by that? Well, in a 1980 television show called The Cosmos with Carl Sagan, first initially coined this term. And what happens is we're going to take the 13.8 billion year history of the universe and we're fitting it into a single calendar year. Why would we want to do that? Well, 13.8 billion years is a really hard thing to imagine. It's very hard for us to comprehend the scale of the universe in that kind of time frame. I mean, we only live if you live to be 100, that's really good. So the chances of being able to comprehend 13.8 billion years is very unfamiliar to us. What is familiar to us are calendars. Calendars are really easy for us to understand because we use them all the time. So on the cosmic calendar, 1 month is going to be equal to about 1 billion years, and 1 day is worth about 40 million years. Make sure you remember these two facts here for scale when we talk about different events. Here's what it looks like all drawn out. January at midnight, we're going to be talking about the Big Bang, the very beginning. And then we'll go fast forward all the way through December, and we're going to see where we end up in the last 15 minutes. Okay? So the first one, January 1st at midnight, the Big Bang happens 13.8 billion years ago. The entire universe started as a single point, smaller than a single atom. So everything you know, everything you're made of, everything your friends and family are made of, all those atoms, the whole world, all the planets, all of that stuff, everything in our universe was confined to a single point, smaller than a single atom. Then an explosion took place. So an explosion that contained all the matter and energy in the universe happened. And in the first 10 to the negative 35th seconds, I don't even know what you would call that. It's a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a second. The universe expanded by a factor of 10 to the 50th, which is also a really big number. So it expanded very fast. And it was initially at about 10 billion degrees Fahrenheit. Obviously, it starts to cool down and was in darkness for the following 200 million years after that. So brings us, let's go ahead and just talk about January through August. January 10th, the first stars began to form as gravity pulled together clumps of gas. January 13th, stars collected to form the first small galaxies. And then on March 15th, so now we're out of January, we skip February, we're in March. March 15th, the Milky Way galaxy was formed. Small galaxies coalesced to form larger galaxies. One of these larger galaxies became the Milky Way. This was about 11 billion years ago. We're going to fast forward all the way to August 31st. That's when our sun was born. So 4.5 billion years ago. Still an incomprehensible number. 4.5 billion years ago, our sun was born on August 31st. Then we go to September, October. September 1st, our planets are formed. On September 3rd, Earth's moons are formed. And then on September 21st, life begins on Earth in the form of microbes. There's not a lot of oxygen, so these are life forms that don't require oxygen, but that happened 3.5 billion years ago. And October 31st, the great oxygenation event, a bunch of oxygen started to accumulate in Earth's atmosphere, and that happened 2.3 billion years ago. Okay, we're going to continue on with this in just one moment.